Confidence is often seen as the ultimate trait, a quality that can open doors, forge connections, and command respect. For many, Don Draper, the enigmatic protagonist of Mad Men, embodies this ideal. He's the man who walks into a room and owns it, the one who seems to have it all under control. But what most people don't realize is that confidence isn't just one thing. It's not a single skill or trait. It's a layered construct built on both external projection and internal stability. In this exploration, we'll dissect the layers of confidence, using Don Draper as a guide, and uncover how mastering each layer can transform you from someone who feels nervous in social situations to someone who exudes calm, charisma, and control. Layer 1. External confidence, the art of presence. At the most basic level, confidence is about how you carry yourself. It's the way you move, the way you sit, the way you occupy space. Don Draper is a master of this. Yes, he's good-looking and wears sharp suits, but his real power lies in his body language. He's relaxed, almost languid in his movements. He doesn't fidget or shrink into himself. Instead, he spreads out, sits asymmetrically, and moves with a sense of ownership over his environment. This isn't just about looking cool. It's about signaling to others that you're comfortable in your own skin. When you sit with your feet shoulder weight apart, or lean back in a chair with your arm draped casually over the back, you're sending a message. I belong here. I'm not trying to impress anyone. This kind of body language doesn't just project confidence. It actually helps you feel more confident. It's a feedback loop. The more you act like you're in control, the more in control you feel. Don also uses his body language to subtly shift power dynamics. For example, he often leans back in his chair, even when he's in a position where you'd expect him to lean forward to win someone over. This small act flips the script. It makes the other person work harder to earn his attention. It's a subtle but powerful way to establish dominance without saying a word. Layer 2. The power of eye contact, commanding attention. Eye contact is one of the most potent tools in the confidence arsenal, and Don Draper uses it masterfully. In the early stages of an interaction, he's often aloof, making limited eye contact and appearing almost disinterested. This isn't rudeness, it's strategy. By withholding his full attention, he creates a sense of intrigue. People naturally want to earn the attention of someone who seems indifferent, and this dynamic puts Don in control. But when he does make eye contact, it's piercing and deliberate. He uses it to emphasize key points, whether he's delivering a pitch, making a romantic advance, or asserting his authority. This kind of focused eye contact communicates confidence in his words and commands respect from those around him. The lesson here isn't to ignore people to seem cool, it's to use eye contact strategically. When you're making a point you want to land, lock eyes with the person you're speaking to. Let your gaze convey the weight of your words. This simple act can make even the most mundane statement feel profound. Layer 3. Non-reactivity, the mark of true confidence. One of the most challenging aspects of confidence to master is non-reactivity. This is the ability to remain calm and composed, even in high-pressure situations. Don Draper excels at this. Whether he's dealing with a difficult client, a personal insult, or a crisis at work, he rarely lets his emotions get the best of him. Instead, he pauses, thinks, and responds with deliberate calm. This kind of non-reactivity is incredibly powerful because it signals that you're not easily shaken. It shows that you're in control of your emotions, not the other way around. For example, in one scene, Don's wife is hit on by two men in Rome. Instead of reacting with anger or jealousy, Don calmly plays along, pretending not to know her. His lack of reaction not only disarms the situation, but also highlights the insecurity of the other men. In your own life, practicing non-reactivity can transform how others perceive you. When you're faced with a stressful situation, resist the urge to react immediately. Take a deep breath, pause, and give yourself time to think. This small act of self-control can make you appear more confident, capable, and in command. Layer 4. The art of not needing approval. One of the most counterintuitive aspects of confidence is the ability to not care too much about what others think. Don Draper embodies this principle. He doesn't try to convince people to like him or approve of him. Instead, he presents himself as an equal, someone who's evaluating the other person just as much as they're evaluating him. This mindset is particularly effective in negotiations. Don doesn't beg or plead with clients to choose his agency. Instead, he frames the interaction as a mutual evaluation. If the client isn't interested, he's willing to walk away. This lack of desperation signals confidence and self-respect, qualities that make others more likely to want to work with him. The key takeaway here is to avoid seeking validation. Whether you're on a date, in a job interview, or pitching an idea, approach the situation with the mindset that you're evaluating the other person as much as they're evaluating you. This shift in perspective can make you appear more confident and self-assured. Layer 5. Internal confidence, the belief that you'll be okay. The deepest layer of confidence is internal. The belief that no matter what happens, you'll be okay. This is the kind of confidence that allows you to take risks, be honest, and stay true to yourself, even when it's difficult. Don Draper's journey in Mad Men is ultimately about this kind of confidence. For most of the series, Don projects an image of perfection. He's the suave, successful ad man who seems to have it all together. But beneath the surface, he's struggling with his identity, his past, and his sense of self-worth. It's only in the final seasons that he begins to confront these issues, telling the truth about his life and accepting the consequences. In one pivotal scene, Don confesses his deepest secrets to a client, losing the account and ultimately his job. In another, he opens up to a colleague about his failures and regrets. These moments of vulnerability are painful, but they're also liberating. By facing the truth and accepting the consequences, Don begins to find a deeper sense of confidence rather than external validation. This is the ultimate lesson. True confidence comes from within. It's the belief that you'll be okay no matter what. When you internalize this belief, you stop worrying about saying the right thing or making the perfect impression. Instead, you focus on being authentic and present in the moment. Practical steps to build confidence. 1. Practice power poses. Before entering a high-pressure situation, take a few minutes to stand in a confident posture. This can help you feel more in control and project confidence to others. 2. Use strategic eye contact. In conversations, practice holding eye contact when making key points. This will help you command attention and convey confidence. 3. Pause before reacting. When faced with a stressful situation, take a deep breath and give yourself time to think before responding. This will help you remain calm and composed. 4. Shift your mindset. Instead of seeking approval, approach interactions as a mutual evaluation. Remember, you're evaluating the other person just as much as they're evaluating you. 5. Embrace vulnerability. Practice being honest and authentic, even when it's difficult. This will help you build a deeper sense of self-confidence and resilience. The Stoic perspective. Confidence as inner peace. From a Stoic perspective, confidence isn't about external success or validation. It's about inner peace and self-mastery. The Stoics believed that true confidence comes from accepting what you can't control and focusing on what you can, your thoughts, actions. Don Draper's journey reflects this philosophy. For most of his life, he tries to control his image and manipulate others' perceptions of him. But it's only when he stops trying to control everything and starts accepting himself, flaws and all, that he finds true confidence. In your own life, you can apply this principle by focusing on what's within your control. Instead of worrying about how others perceive you, focus on being the best version of yourself. When you do this, you'll find that confidence comes naturally, not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you're at peace with who you are. Conclusion. The journey to true confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, layer by layer. It starts with how you carry yourself and how you interact with others, but it ultimately comes down to how you see yourself. When you believe, deep down, that you'll be okay no matter what, you'll find that confidence flows naturally. So, take a page from Don Draper's playbook. Project confidence through your body language and eye contact. Stay calm under pressure. Don't seek approval. Evaluate others as much as they evaluate you. And most importantly, embrace your true self, flaws and all. When you do this, you'll find that confidence isn't just something you project, it's something you embody. And that's when the real magic happens.